All right, so this is going to be a pretty quick video. I just want to go over, the universal steps of getting Marlin firmware downloaded on your computer, compiled using Auto Build Marlin, and then ultimately onto your printer. Uh, I have an Ender 3 Pro 4.2.2 board, so I'm going to be going through with that. But it's really all the same, no matter the printer, no matter the board. Um, and I just want to start out with saying Auto Build Marlin is an insane tool. It makes it so easy to compile your firmware. It's it's just insane. It's highly customizable. Um, there's a ton of stuff you can add to your printer, and yeah, it's ancient technology back in the day. You'd have to upload firmware using some Arduino terminal or something. I don't even know. I've never done it, but it sounds like a huge pain in the ass. But this is just so easy, so simple. But we're just going to start out here. We're on the Marlin firmware website. We're going to download this bug fix version. It's just a cherry version. It's fine. There's no bugs. And then this is going to take us to the Marlin GitHub, and this is basically just has all the config folders for each printer and board. So that's really it. That's pretty much all we have to download. Let's just get these into our test folder here. Um, but yeah, other than the extensions, Jesus, other than the extensions in VS Code, Auto Build Marlin, obviously, and then Platform IO. I have no idea what the hell Platform IO does, but let's just unpack these here. Really, we're only going to be doing stuff in configurations, at least in here. Of course, we're going to be in Marlin, in Auto Build Marlin. But this is first what we want to do. Let's go to config and then examples. And then these are all printer manufacturers. Obviously, as I said, I'm on an Ender 3 Pro, so Ender 3 Pro is made by Creality. Ender 3 Pro here, and then I'm on a 4.2.2 board. Let's get that and then copy these config files, go back to our Marlin folder, other Marlin folder, and then we're just going to paste those in there and replace. Basically, all that's doing is replacing the default Marlin config files with ones that are, you know, for your printer. It's going to have bed size and things like that already filled out. So we got everything set up there. Let's open up VS Code here. I'm not going to go over how to install VS Code. I think you can figure that out. All right, so here we are in VS Code. This is just what the Marlin Auto Build Marlin extension looks like. But in order to get that on your VS Code, in order to get the extension, let's just type in Auto Build Mar, and then Auto Build Marlin is going to pop up. Obviously, I already have it installed. And then, as I was saying before, beats the hell out of me what Platform IO does. I'm sure it's very easy to figure out. I just don't know. I just have no idea. But I'm pretty sure it just like runs in the background. That looks like a headache. That looks horrible. Just runs in the background and lets Auto Build Marlin do its thing. So let's go ahead and go to the panel here. Open our Marlin folder. That's going to be in our test folder. This one right here, and then I don't want that. And then okay, so this is like your first kind of verification. If you have this is gonna look different if you're not on Ender 3 Pro 4.2.2 board. But if it didn't work, if you're the personalized config files for your printer weren't in your Marlin folder correctly, this is gonna say something like Mega 2560 or something. That's not good. You don't want that. So it's gonna say something weird like this. But basically that's good. That's how you know it worked. And then yeah, so this is just what the panel looks like. To edit our config file, you can hit this, and then I don't really use this. This is kind of weird. I mean, it's still super cool, but it's I'd rather just go in my normal config file and then just Command F and uh, look for things to um, that I want to edit. This is still super cool, but I just don't really know enough. I don't know where things would be in here, but this is what the straight up config file is going to look like. This is your second verification here that you did it right. Is it's going to have, obviously, if you're not on Ender 3 Pro 4.2.2 board, it's not going to say this. It's going to say your printer, your manufacturer, your printer, your board. Um, but yeah, I'm not going to go super in depth in the config file, but I probably will go over my firmware build in another video. I started using unified bed leveling, which is great. It's really just a set it and forget it. I did it once 2 weeks ago, and everything's been cherry since. Um, Before I was doing like bilinear, like 3x3 grid before every print, and that is so lame and so dumb. I mean, it worked, but it's like so stupid. If you do bed leveling before every print, it takes so long, dude. Why would you do that to yourself? So stupid. But yeah, in another video, I'll go over that. One more thing, if you want to, uh, well, let's just go ahead and build this. It's gonna take a while, but I'll be back. All right, bang. Here we go. It's automatically gonna bring this up. This is your firmware file right here. This is all you need. Um, so just drag and drop into your SD card. Obviously, eject the SD card. Plug it in, printer off, turn printer on. You're gonna see the beautiful, beautiful Marlin boot up screen, and that's how you know you did it. It's all good. So uh, if you want to edit the config file, you just want to hit clean here. It's going to reset everything. Edit the config file, build again, new firmware. And it's really that simple, dude. This is, as I was saying, this is insane. It's so easy to compile your firmware on this, so customizable. Um, yeah, and then of course, if you have a BL Touch or some other probe, they have a ton of options for that. Yeah, it's really just a great tool. So I'm gonna be making a video about my build because I think that it's very good. And then I'm gonna go over the preprint G code that has to run in order to load the mesh slot, and then it does some sort of 3 point calibration thing. I have no idea. Um, it's kind of weird, but yeah, that's really it for getting Marlin firmware on your device. Use this tool. It's so good. It's so sick.